He's very close to what an entrepreneur should be. Blind because he only is in his dream. And never stops because this is what pushes him to go constantly beyond. So if you are lazy, you like to sleep, I don't think that is a good job for you. Be an employee. You can sleep while you are working, and you can sleep when you are at home. There is no problem, because an entrepreneur never sleeps more than his employees. And nobody does not allow anybody to see him sleeping. Sleeping is against dreaming. We think that you sleep and dream. No, you sleep and have nightmares. So what about this little animal? They build huge constructions, something that is incredible. More than pyramids are nothing compared with the termitarium. Have you seen a termitarium? Tall meters. And this ant is like an ant, and builds a termitarium. When he studied very deeply this animal, he realized that these animals are synchronized. They all work together at the same rhythm. Where do they receive the orders? What inspires them? What tells them to work so hard for this project? And then he arrived to the termite queen. There is an animal which is 100 times bigger than an ant. And if you transfer it in a psychological world, you understand that this is a psychological giant. But in the world of the ants, he's physically 100 times bigger. We don't know. One of them becomes 100 times bigger than the others. And is kept in a bunker, protected. Nobody can arrive there, and does not move. How can transfer the orders? So he made an experiment. He put a blade of steel, dividing in two parts the termitarium, exactly in two parts, with a blade of steel. And they still continued to work together. These orders penetrated steel. And they came from the termite queen. Then he made a very cruel experiment, but he was a scientist. He killed the termite queen. In the moment that termite queen is dead, everything stops. Nothing works anymore. And after one day, they all disappear, looking for another payroll somewhere else. This is exactly what happens with organizations. Organizations are living beings and they have a soul. As a matter of fact, this book is called The Soul of the White Ant, which is another name for termite. The soul of the white ant. And you are the soul of your organization. When you stop dreaming, that soul is not there anymore, and the body will disappear. And this is what happens to organizations. They only last 10, 12 years. The giants, the big ones, last 40 years. So I don't know what else to tell you, honestly. I think that I have told you almost everything. Something about dream, maybe, because when we talk about dream, we think of something very, unreal, something unreal. In reality, the dream is the most real thing there is. There's nothing more real than dreams. And we own everything to individuals who have dreamed. Without them, we would not be here. We would not enjoy this kind of civilization. And we should respect and help dreamers and encourage them. Now, I have to say something that Ugel has not told you, and probably would not agree with me, which is a good sign, by the way. He believes in universities. And I created the university together with my brother, which now has campuses in New York, Madrid, London, and 3 campuses in Italy, and probably will continue to have campuses all over the world, because this was our initial dream, this was our project. But in the moment that you dream further, In the moment that you want to go beyond, your own brother becomes your enemy because he cannot accept that you are dreaming beyond. He's happy with what he has. He's happy with what we have created. But one day, it was on the 2nd of December of 2010, I left him with his dream. I left him with all the campuses, all the teachers, and all the students, and I went away with just one luggage because I had to start again. Because a new dream does not allow you to bring anything old with you. Maybe not even your wife, maybe not even your children. It's a tough law. It's hard because your dream is dearer to you than your own children because it's your real child. Because without that dream, you cannot even have your own children. They will not be healthy. They will not be wealthy. They will not be intelligent if you stop dreaming. So your dream comes before anything else. Are you ready for it? Are you ready to have a dream and believe in it beyond anything? To be indivisible, to be unbreakable, to be impenetrable, to be invincible. That is the way that you will create a company that will last forever. What is a company that lasts forever with an immortal dream? For example, Rome. Have you heard about Rome? Vacanze romane? Spaghetti alla matriciana? Have you heard about Rome, this place? They're called Roma. How old is Roma? It's a very old company. It's still up and running. How old is Rome? You have an idea? 2000? 2000, they were already going to die. They were already old. 2,800. They just celebrated 2,800. How come that you can be that old? How can it be that powerful? What was the dream of Rome? What makes this? How is it called? You know the second name, the nickname of Rome. What is it? Professor. Yeah, everybody knows it. We don't know. It's on the tip of your tongue. The immortal, the eternal town. Have you ever heard? Rome is called the eternal town. But if you understand that Rome is, can you hear me? Something happening with the microphones. Can you hear me? Rome is the anagram of amor. Amor and Rome are one and the same thing. Amor in Latin means absence of death. Now I ask you one thing. How can somebody 2,800 years ago create a company and calls it immortal? Because Rome means immortal. In my opinion, this means that you don't become immortal. You are immortal. You are born immortal. Either you put a fragment of immortality in your company, or it will die. Necessarily. It will take 10 years, we can take 12. It will take 15 years, but unless you put something inside that is immortal, that company will not last. You have to have a dream of immortality. This will give long life to your organizations. So maybe it's too complicated in wishing you to be good entrepreneurs. Maybe you can believe that can be a little simpler. But in reality, if you look at the data, you realize that it's useless that you start a company that is going to disappear in 5 years or 7 years or 10 years. Either you believe that this company will be forever, or it's better that you stay an employee. So a lot of people have read my book. We are celebrating now with my publisher, the beautiful lady there with the text photographs. Is my publisher. Nehir, my river. This year we have celebrated with a special edition the book with a platinum cover for the occasion. Because it, for 6 years has been the #1 in the section of philosophy. No, I think that sometimes we have been second, but before there was a niche, and honestly I didn't feel like niche at the first place for a number of months. So I think that the reason why this book works in this country, because potentially there are more. Potentially there are more dreamers here than in any other country that I know. My book is in 12 countries, but I don't have people like you here in Turkey. That's why I love this country. And I believe in your future. I believe in your future to the point that